And you get to know that they're very, very close to us, although they look so very different.
How old are you?
He's 22 years old. So, and in giraffe lifespan, that's very old. So he's like a granddad age.
What are the names of the giraffes?
Well, the one behind us is called Hillary. And we've got 2 babies in there. And there was a competition, and this morning actually named one of them, and that's Paolo. And he's doing very well now.
People do associate penguins with living in snow and icy areas, but these, their natural climate is just like today.
What games do they play?
They don't play games. What they tend to do, this looks like a bit of a game, but this is a bonding noise that they make where they sort of greet each other, and these two are paired together. So they'll make that kind of noise. Sometimes if they get a bit stroppy of each other, they'll honk away as well. But as for games, it's only really when they charging about in the water, having a wash and that, and then they go into sort of, well, psychotic mode. That's enough for them today. They've had plenty.
This is Frida, and she's a Mexican red-kneed bird-eating spider, what commonly tends to be called a tarantula, although that's not really a proper name for her. And a lot of people have had these animals as pets over the years for lots of reasons. They're nice to look at, they're very docile, and they live a long time, and that's why a lot of people want them as pets. But for many reasons, they don't make good pets, especially for young children.
Why doesn't it move?
Because she's happy. A happy spider is a still spider. Spiders don't go running around like dogs just for the fun of it. If she's nice and still, that means that she's quite happy. She's got all her feet on the ground, and she's quite happy where she is.
Of course, children will get to know about animals, and they will realise that they can't possibly have these animals at home because they haven't got the environment, they can't feed them, they're much too big, and of course a lot of them will smash up the happy home in no time at all. Now, do you remember what you've seen today?
Yes.
What?
Camel, chimpanzee, penguin.
Good, you've seen a lot. Tell me, did you touch anything?
Yes.
So you've touched them? Yeah. What about the smell?
It smells like dung. Animal dung.
Fair enough.
Well, obviously enjoying themselves very much. All over Britain there are places that you can adopt animals and join zoo clubs, and you'll find more information if you want it, because it is National Pet Week, on ITV Teletext page 654. So that's 654. Right, it's time for 11s now with Jane. Every time, I can't believe this. Every time you put this stuff on the table, it's just like dripping with calories and...
Oh, yes.
You always love baking. You love baking,
I love
don't
baking.
you?
I love making sweet things. So this is the ideal slot for me to sort of show off all the things I like doing.
What you got?
Right, today I've actually made all these goodies using things I just happen to have in the store cupboard.
Oh
Obviously, not everyone would have these kind of things because obviously I cook a lot here. But I've made some scones, a selection of different scones. We've got goat's cheese and chives, just as something a little bit different. We've got, this is like your sort of cooked breakfast really, all in one, because it's mushrooms and pancetta.
Yeah.
And these ones here, these are Italian style, because I just had some olives left over from when John Rhodes was here, and sun-dried tomatoes and Parmesan cheese.
God.
I've also made some sweet scones as well, just the traditional scones really, which are, yes, Cornish Devon style scones there. A fast cheesecake, which actually sets in about 30 minutes. It's just cream cheese, caster sugar.
Yeah.
And orange rind and zest. You could use lemon, you could use lime.
We have to do our Homer.
Yes.
We have to do our Homer here. So 1, 2, 3, it's cheesecake. Cheesecake. All right.
I knew you'd like that one.
Right.
And at the front, I've just made some very simple they're like little squares really of not pastry, sorry, of cake sponge.
Cake.
And they cool down really quickly, that's why I made them in a Swiss roll tin. Using a can of black cherries, you could use apricots or anything else you have in the cupboard. Obviously, if you're a bit worried about some of this cooking today, I know some people think, oh, she's a cook, so she can do anything. But when I first made my scones, when I was about 8 years old, they were as flat as a board.
Yeah.
And I made my family eat them, and they're lovely, great. Now, I've discovered the best thing not to use
Really?
is a rolling pin. If you're heavy-handed with a rolling pin, just don't use it.
Right.
roll them out using your hands, because that's where all the problems lie. You
'Cause you squeeze the air
over-roll
out.
them, yes,
Yeah.
and you squeeze all the
and
air
they get
out.
heavy.
Yeah, so just don't bother using
Don't
it right
use
away.
the rolling pin.
That's what I
Throw
say.
your
That's
rolling
my
pin
trick.
What I want to know is, because who eats all this? I know who eats it. I know the crew eats all the stuff over in the kitchen, but who eats all this stuff? I know Emma does.
The crew, Emma's got her eyes actually on the goat cheese and chive scones.
That's on all of it.
The crew
Are they
still
nice?
eat everything. They come into the kitchen
Oh,
afterwards.
they're really savoury.
Just as something a little bit different today.
Jane,
Gone.
that's lovely. Thank
Great.
you very much for
hang
the
on.
recipes.
Now, for all Jane's recipes, they're on ITV Teletext, page 654. 654 on the Teletext. That's our dedicated page. Other stuff on there. If it's not on it when you flick over, is it 3 pages or 2? I think we've got 2, so you might be on the wrong one, but it'll flip over in about 10 seconds. Right, we'll take a break. I'm sorry about that. And then we're back in 2 minutes with our weekly roundup of the soaps. And I think she's in now. Ulrika Johnson is with Terry Wogan, and they're doing their bit for European Union, because it's Eurovision on Saturday. So we'll see you with them live. Welcome back, and it's Eurovision time. Yes, obviously,
Hurrah.
yes. Hurrah, hurrah. Thank you, Tel.
Hurrah.
Obviously, we, the Brits, are going to win. But simple British chivalry dictates that we should show all 25 entries to you now.
What, all of them?
Don't be so fair.
That's chivalry. Common humanity
We'll be here
dictates
for
that we
3
should only
hours.
show 2 seconds
The
each.
French wouldn't do it for us.
2
No,
seconds
they wouldn't.
each. I know, but we're British.
2 seconds each.
2
isn't it?
seconds each, OK?
Speak
So
for
here's
yourself, I'm
much.
Irish.
Can I do this link?
Okay.
So here are the first 12, right? But then we'll,
do you
because we've
think
got to
he
split
is,
them up.
anyway?
It's too much to
Who
take
does
in
he
one
think
block.
he is?
Here are the first 12, and we think that Romania's singer looks like Dana when she entered it, and we think the guy for Cyprus looks like he's lost his wallet on the beach. Tell us what you think.